is it are the people?
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again. Suddenly, his body was gone. I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stay on my feet.
Oh man, that'll be the sprint. Let's do this, man. This is one of my favorite games, man. Literally one of the games that got me into wanting to be a writer. I got a whole bachelor's degree in English because of this game. I'm really doing YouTube videos.
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God? You think you could just make up stuff? Play with people's lives and kill them if you think it adds to the drama? You're in this story. You missed your deadline! Damn. You can't stop me!
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation?
steward, remember? Quickly, get inside! There's no time... Oh no! Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
I was trapped. There was no way out. The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out. Follow the light. You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there. Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand? No. Follow my light. I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing. The hitchhiker has been taken over by the Dark Presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light. Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away. You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Now you'll die.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now. In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
You made me this way, and now I'm gonna kill you. This is it. I can keep this up forever!
Baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here. Let's act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear. Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deer Fest is just 2 weeks away.
Deer Fest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
You have a lovely wife, if you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be easy. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
I won't call him a friend.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones. And I see you made a friend. That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah. We just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word, and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. I'm just looking out for you, buddy.
Go
Talk
ahead
to you
and block
later.
that number.
I love you too, Barry.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is
You
Barry.
jealous?
I can always turn off the
You a
phone.
little bit jealous.
What did I tell you?
I could see it in her eyes. Look at it. Look in the eyes.
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car. We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes.
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake. Oh, God! I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you.
Try the coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in love, 'cause it'll break your heart when you have to
Do me a
leave.
favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the
Shut your
jukebox.
this old man.
I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone
Tell
to
him.
sleep.
Tell him. Tell him.
Bad circulation.
You ain't no rock star, especially not with that eye
Are
patch.
you
You're more like a
serious?
pirate.
Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker.
Turn this nigga music on.
Unbelievable.
Put some Chief Keef in this bitch.
You
Damn.
put the lime in the coconut. Drink them both up.
Just because we're brothers, don't think I won't murder you in your sleep.
It does that.
Shut
Get
up.
stuck. Yeah, you need to give it a good solid whack.
Finito.
Now that's what I'm talking about, yes!
This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
I hope this ain't copyrighted.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am.
I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find Stuckey, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did. Hello? Mr. Stuckey?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a
Why
good
is she
stay in
wearing a
Montana.
veil? You
I'll
really
come
thought
by
this
later to
was
check how you
like
settled
normal, bruh?
And to meet your wife.
I mean, Shorty got a whole veil on her
I
head,
insist.
Thanks.
bro. Lady, you are creepy. Like, this lady is creepy as hell, bruh. You just thought this was normal? Bro, she's wearing black. She just
Cauldron
came
Lake
from a
is a
funeral.
special place. Very inspiring.
To give you she left a funeral to give you the key to a cabin. You thought that was normal? Shut up. I'm not old and brittle like you. I won't fall and break my hip.
You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
Turn this shit off.
This really ought to be fixed.
I regret playing
And I
songs.
must
Turn it off.
remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been...
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you all right?
Damn hernia. It swells up like a ball.
The Andersons, they're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
She don't look. She don't use her mirrors. She don't know
That
how to
diner
drive.
was a
She don't
real
know how to
nut house.
drive.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Pat Main here on PBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years. Not since my last book.
Just burnt out.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while, see those stars winking down at you. It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right.
You was like what?
Don't worry, honey.
32,
I'll get you
33.
inside safe and sound
Talk
before
about
it
I'm
gets dark.
scared of the
But I've
dark.
got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Grow up.
Alice had a phobia. The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on
I
before
just thought of
sunset.
something. We gotta do it with the lights on.
Are you sure you read the directions right? It's nothing like in the brochure. It said near the lake, not on it.
You like my naked
Don't
body
get
that
me
much?
wrong. This is so much better. It's wonderful. Our own private island.
I'm hilarious.
Here we go. Let's take a look inside.
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
Hello? Anyone here?
To arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry.
She about to snitch.
No less. We'll see if we can rope him into an interview later.
Snitch.
Caller, you're on KBF-FM.
Hi, Pat. It's Rose.
Why, hello, Rose. What's on your mind?
I know who that famous artist was. It was Alan Wake, wasn't it? He's my favorite writer.
Well, Rose, I
just saw him at the diner. Oh, I am so excited he's here.
I'm sure he's glad to be here, too. Well, folks.
So you got a big mouth.
The power
man.
cable goes to that shed over there.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
The lights are on! Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Okay. I'll look around a bit.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again. It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my I thought we could be happy here.
Man, my man just stood there until the sun went down. She got the pants over the rail. Oh.
Alice?
It's time
Honey?
to get
Alan,
it.
I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
Well,
I was about to
hello
say that
there.
ain't no surprise. I
I'm
knew I
not
was
the
gonna get
surprise.
that anyway.
It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
Man, what is this? This ain't 1993. Shoot, I guess before 1993,
Surprise!
people was
Alice?
using computers to write.
What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make.
Nah.
I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you
Shit,
past.
damn.
Alice, everyone
Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
He just abandoned his wife in the
God
dark.
damn it!
I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through. Damn it. Alice?
Alice? Alice!
The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Alice, I'm coming! It's all right, I'm coming! What the hell? Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Keep going. Wake up.
Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
Something.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either. The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there. Damn.
Hello? Hello? Is someone there?
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night. Departure by Alan Wake. Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
You tell me you ain't noticed that big ass axe in his hand.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident. Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square. Fair and square. Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Premium cabins.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Whoa.
In Great Falls, you to arrive. You lose.
Shit.
The deposit. It's the Great Fall.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stuckey would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
During your trying it's the latest thing in
Yes.
Great
Falls Sheriff Station.
Hello?
one stone.
This is bad. concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick. The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station. What the hell was that? When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water. Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that. Not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong.
Get no cooch. That boy creepy as hell.
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me. taken. They're taken. Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it. The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Hey, bro, stop throwing stuff. It's not what. Oh, come on. Don't do that. Ooh, shotgun. AK.
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, And who'd keep you company all night long if I weren't? It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, you know, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Toby loves people. Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but
FTD.
dumb for his own good.
Put it in the comments if you know what this
Maurice,
time.
it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
You have a good night now.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice. The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no contest.
All them bitches sound nasty.
Is second best. The famous
You
dog.
eating glizzies like that? Ooh. Walk that man down. Don't ever forget that. That man is tweaking.
I never touch salad, though. A man like
I'm
me
in the
needs
woods and shit. He probably be doing what they be selling in the Ozarks and shit. They be selling like meth. Oh, you thought I didn't see you?
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman. The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help, but I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous...
Getting me up for a fight.
As you might think, it can be dangerous and requires patience.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come, assuming I'd reached the lights of the gas station alive. I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice. After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself. Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling, caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled.
We're gonna end this episode right here.
Unrelenting darkness
so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm doing a giveaway, so anybody who likes and shares this video, they'll be entered into the sweepstakes to win a Elgato HD 60S. So, yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for me.